and choruses. Does it work? Doesn't work? And then in the last sort of 6 months, everybody's going to be saying, yeah, loud guitars, choruses.
So you were ahead of your time, maybe?
Way ahead. So the next album is going to be like opera reggae.
With a bit of bebop coming up.
Do you think there's less not enough humour in rock and roll these days?
People, generally they do take themselves too seriously, and it's, I don't know, people say we're like fresh, but it's one thing we don't take ourselves seriously. We like humour, but to the point where we don't become like cabaret. You can take it too far and then you get silly. But it's natural, isn't it? We don't sit down and think, we've got to make something fun to stop it from being serious. It's just, we're humorous guys.
I mean, humour's always belonged in music. Music, to me, isn't supposed to remind you how bad things are. You can always be reminded. You can look at any medium of media and then be reminded about the wars and about the poverty and everything. You don't want to buy a record and be reminded about it. You already know about it. You know what I mean? So unless these people, like, I don't know, whoever they are, Rage Against the Machine or anything, unless they're going to actively make a difference and get involved and start breaking the heads of people that they think are doing wrong, they're not doing anything. They're just moaning in music. At the end of the day, people want a good beat. And the words is just something so you can express yourself with a bit of authenticity, and not sing about, oh yeah, baby, and all that Def Leppard crap. So,
you shouldn't take a lyric like, my baby's a fuckhead too seriously then.
No, definitely not. No. You shouldn't take anything really seriously in music. It shouldn't be that serious. It's fun. You're supposed to dance to it, you're supposed to fuck to it,
enjoy yourself,
drunk to it, you're supposed to enjoy yourself to it. So, you get fun and dance. There's all these rock stars that have been really serious, like I want to be alone,
Can you give any examples? Everybody's saying...
everyone knows the biggest stars in the world. I don't have to mention them, Guns N' Roses, the cockpits wear it.
You gig a lot. You've been doing a lot of concerts this past year. Do you believe in the old way of making fans? Being out there, playing live?
Definitely. There's nothing you can hype a band, like bands can build a following just from videos and interviews, but at the end of the day, you've got to go out and play live, and that's the final test. And we always said we'll do it, through just touring, get a buzz going from people coming to see us and telling their friends, and it's the way, it's the way we all thought that rock bands were supposed to do it, by playing live.
And that's how we got our fan base. We got a really good, strong foundation of fans at the moment that enabled the album to go in the charts at number 31 within like 3 days, and the single to go at number 43, and that was, and the record company are turning around thinking, how come they bought this? We didn't even publicise it yet. We haven't done anything to hype this.
Videos finished.
And that's the power of fans, because our fans don't just take it home and listen to it themselves, and a lot of them are at school as well. You got to remember, so they're going around school with their Walkman, and one fan can make 20 fans. It's all word of mouth. They tell their friends tell their friends. It really is a snowball effect. Talk about stars, talk about rock stars who've done it all and seen it all. Mick Ronson has done more than Guns N' Roses probably will ever do or ever see, you know what I mean? And he said, I'd be honoured to play. And he shook our hands and he says it was a pleasure.
Yeah, when he finished, that's my idea. Thank you for letting us play on the album. I was like, thank you, man.
That's my idea of a rock star. Someone that doesn't have to act like a fucking a god, you know what I mean? The guy was just a nice guy, and that's how he got respect. He got respect from everybody that he ever met because he was so nice, and that song's really special.
We've spoken to people who've worked with him before, and they came away feeling exactly the same way, we did. And it's great. It's an honour to have him play on the track.
He's so nice. People. I've known people that have worked with him, and when he starts talking, people go like, is he taking the piss or what? You know what I mean? He can't be that nice. No one can be that nice, especially not someone famous.
The work that he did with you must have been very, very few things he did.
very
few last things he did.
Yeah, well, it was the last thing that was released, you know. So, and when we were mixing the album, he was working in the same studio as us on his album, his solo album. But I mean, he never completed it. And the last thing I heard is his daughter was going to finish it off in LA. I don't think that came around. So this is up until now, it's the last thing.
I suppose you were devastated the day when you heard about his
yeah,
away.
Yeah,
yeah. I mean, yeah, anyone dying is sad, really, isn't it? You know, it's not like we knew him really, really well, but I mean, anyone dying is really sad. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's sad. I mean, cancer and things like cancer and AIDS are really, really sad. But at least you get to go home and say goodbye to everyone. If you walk across the road and get hit by a bus, you don't get a chance to say goodbye to anyone. So that's probably even sadder. You know what I mean? In a really perverse, sick sort of way.
The guitar player from the Spiders of Mars, Mick Ronson.
We're going to play as much as we possibly can, because that's where it's all at. That's what really gets us going. You know, at the end of the day, it's fun doing this sort of stuff, and it's fun doing, you know, videos and everything. But I could live without it. You know, all due respect to Swedish readers and viewers, but you know, at the end of the day, what we do is go on stage and we play. And that's why, because we put everything into it, because we put 100% into every show, that's why we're getting such a good reputation as a live band, because just look at the bands you're going to see, not everybody does put 100% into it. So, you know, I'd like to go to see a band that every time I see them, they're getting better and better and better because they want to. And because they go on stage and the crowd are even better than the last time. So that picks you up. You know, the whole thing's like a sharing thing between us and the audience. As long as you stay on the floor, don't get on the stage or I'll kick you up the arse.